Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're stepping into a really unsettling space, where everyday life can just suddenly flip into something terrifying.
Yeah, it's not abstract today.
No, exactly. Not history, not theories. We're sharing real-life encounters, stories where the line between just a normal day and a complete nightmare gets blurred.
And these aren't urban legends, right? These are direct accounts.
Direct accounts. They come from online forums, actually. People sharing these truly scary horror stories.
Right.
Raw, unfiltered moments when safety just vanished.
Mm-hmm.
So our mission here is really to recount these experiences, not just for the scare, though they are scary, but to look at the patterns, the gut-wrenching moments when someone realizes something is deeply wrong.
And how danger can hide in plain sight.
Exactly, in the mundane. So yeah, prepare yourself. These are definitely unsettling, and we'll treat them with the seriousness they deserve.
Okay.
All right, let's start with the first one. It's called Don't Sleep in Your Car. So the narrator, they loved taking long drives, and apparently they often slept in their car, said it was spacious, comfortable, usually on quiet country roads, felt totally safe doing it.
Right, that sense of isolation, feeling like security.
Until this one night, around 11 p.m., they just drifted off, them and their dogs, and the sound wakes them up, a long, high-pitched scratching sound.
Oh, that is unnerving.
Yeah. They look out the window, and there's this man, very tall, middle-aged, and he's slowly dragging something around the car. Slowly.
And just dragging it.
Dragging it along the paintwork. But the worst part, he never takes his eyes off the narrator, just staring. And he has this malicious grin.
Wow. That slow, deliberate action, the staring, that's pure psychological terror. It's not jump scare, it's methodical.
Totally. It escalates the threat instantly.
Right.
So the narrator, obviously horrified, tries to start the car, put it in reverse.
He's dead out there.
But realizes trees are blocking the way back. And then they see what he's holding. What he's dragging.
What was it?
It wasn't a key. It was a butcher's knife. And he holds it up, waves it at them. The narrator just screams, lays on the horn. The dogs are going absolutely ballistic, like frothing at the mouth.
And the guy.
Unfazed, doesn't react, just keeps that grin. After what felt like forever, he just slowly walks away, across the road, into this little cottage nearby.
And just vanishes inside.
Yep. The narrator, obviously, floors it. Drives straight home, doesn't stop. Car paint ruined, but they felt scarred for life. Vowed never, ever to sleep in the car again.
I wouldn't either. Wow.
Okay, next story. This one's called Candace in the Wig.
Intriguing title.
Yeah. So the protagonist had just turned 21. He's at a bar with a friend who is very drunk.
Been there.
Right. So this girl comes up, cute girl, he says, named Candace, bright red hair. She starts offering to buy them drinks, flirting kind of back and forth between them.
Okay.
But then the friend gets kicked out. Too drunk. So Candace focuses on the protagonist. She insists the friend should go home with her.
Wait, the drunk friend?
Yeah.
Oh.
But the protagonist is like, no way, I'm not letting him go alone with someone who just met.
Good call.
So Candace says, okay, well, why don't you tag along then? He agrees, but he mentions feeling like slightly shy and anxious. Said it all felt too easy.
Gut feeling kicking in already.
It seems like it. So they drop the friend off in a taxi. Then it's just him and Candace. They get in her car, and she insists they stop for more liquor.
Uh-oh.
He's already buzzed, right? But he decides, okay, I need to pretend to be more drunk than I am. So he starts spitting the liquor into an apple juice bottle he had, secretly.
Smart. Testing the waters.
And he even tests her name, calls her Carla a couple of times. She doesn't react at all. They get to her place. She immediately locks the front door behind them. He thought that was weird.
Definitely weird.
Feeling really off. Now he says he needs the bathroom, locks the door behind him, and then he actually makes himself throw up to sober up, but still planning to act drunk.
Wow. That instinct to sober up while pretending otherwise? That's survival mode kicking in, even through the alcohol haze. You see the manipulation here, right? Isolate him, use the intoxication.
Exactly, setting him up. So he turns off the sink in the bathroom, and right away, he hears Candace whispering to someone else.
Someone else was there.
Yes, he hears her say, clear as day, he's drunk, he can barely stand up, you do it.
Chills. Do what?
Yeah.
Is the immediate question.
Right. Who is she talking to? Do what? He steps out of the bathroom, trying to look casual, and sees the back of Candace, the bright red hair, disappearing into another room.
Okay.
And then another girl walks out from that same room, wearing the exact same wig.
No way. A swap.
It clicks. It was a wig. They swapped places. He said his heart felt like it stopped. But he keeps his cool, pretends he didn't notice anything, smiles, says he needs the bathroom again.
Quick thinking.
He gets back in, locks the door, and this time he hears a male voice whispering back to her.
Oh, this is bad.
He knows he has to get out. Now, opens the bathroom window, jumps out, luckily it wasn't too high, and just runs. Ran faster than he ever thought he could. Didn't stop until he saw a CBS store, ran inside, called a taxi.
Thank God he got out.
Yeah. But he's left with all these questions, right?
Yeah.
Why the fake name? Why the wig? What were they planning? Robbery. Worse. What was behind that door?
Terrifying possibilities.
Absolutely. Okay, let's move to the next one. The Irish con artists.
Okay.
Two friends, a man and a woman, the narrator is the woman, are at their favorite Irish pub, having a good time, few drinks in. This guy walks in, strong Irish accent. He immediately starts complimenting the narrator. Then he goes up to the bartender and demands the bartender tell her she's stunning.
Aggressive compliment.
Yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah, very forward. He sits down with them, starts claiming he's in the process of buying the bar, which we know isn't right. It's family run. He's got all these elaborate plans for expansion. They think it's weird.
Sounds like someone trying too hard.
Definitely. Then he says he has to leave to get his cousin from a hotel. He comes back with this super attractive woman, and she immediately focuses all her attention on the male friend.
The divide and conquer tactic.
Seems like it. While the friend is distracted, the Irish guy grabs the narrator's hand, starts rubbing it, kissing it, saying he's from a long line of gypsies, his word, and starts telling her fortune. Just nonsense. Vague stuff.
Using that kind of exoticism or mysticism to disarm, maybe.
Could be. He gets really pushy about them all having a fun night with his cousins, and he looks over at the male friend, sees the woman rubbing his leg, and says to the narrator, he's not going anywhere.
Okay, that's creepy. That's predatory grooming 101. Isolate one, charm or distract the other, use alcohol. It's a classic setup to lower defenses.
Yeah.
The gypsy thing is just part of the act.
It gets worse. When the friends say, okay, we should probably head home, the guy flips. Gets loud, aggressive towards everyone, starts demanding free shots from the bartender, yelling he's the new owner.
Oh boy.
Bartender refuses, so the guy throws money over the counter. Then he turns to the narrator, literally shoves a drink in her face, and demands she drink it.
Whoa. Physical intimidation now.
Yeah. That's when her friend's, quote, drunk, horny brain finally registered danger, big time. While the guy, his cousin, and the bartender are all kind of arguing and distracted.
They made a run for it.
They bolted, ran out of the bar, didn't stop running till they got back to their apartment.
Good move.
2 weeks later, they talked to the actual bar owner. Turns out the guy was a con artist. He'd also tried to scam a free hotel room nearby, claiming he found drugs in the room.
So just a scammer, but a potentially dangerous one.
Yeah, the narrator still wonders, what was the end game? Just robbery, or something worse. She mentions looking into Irish travelers, clarifying they're a distinct ethnic group, often unfairly stereotyped, trying to understand, but it still deeply bothers her.
Understandable. That line between con and real danger felt very thin there.
Definitely. Okay, let's shift themes now to something equally disturbing: persistent and invasive stalking. First story here is the coffee shop stalker. The narrator was young, 16, new job at a family-owned coffee shop in Sacramento. It says she dealt with some odd bodies, but one guy really stuck with her.
Okay.
He was stout, bald, glasses. And his routine was weird from the start. Every day he'd stand outside the shop for like 10 minutes, then he'd come in but stand in the back, just watching the staff clean and make coffee.
Just watching.
Just watching. Then he'd order, always the same thing, small black coffee, potato salad, always ask for napkins and a pen. He'd write something, leave his empty cup, and then go eat outside, still watching them.
That's unnerving dedication.
And the notes he left started changing. At first just sweet thank yous, but then they got personal. You look lovely today. I love your hair. You make me happy.
And he started leaving them specifically for her on the espresso machine. He knew her name somehow.
That slow creep from seemingly harmless to personal and invasive, that's classic boundary testing and stalking. They start small, see what they can get away with, then escalate, eroding that sense of safety bit by bit. It's a chilling thought how calculated it can be. Then comes the really gross part. 1 week, he comes in, just orders coffee, goes to the restroom. Narrator goes on her lunch break. When she gets back, a coworker tells her someone left their cup in the restroom, emptied, on top of the toilet, filled with. Well, the story uses the term baby gravy.
Oh no.
She couldn't be 100% sure it was him, but the timing, it felt like it had to be.
That's disgusting and incredibly violating.
Right. She changed to closing shifts after that, didn't see him for a while. The very last time he came in late, ordered his usual, wrote a note, left it without even looking up, and walked out.
What did the note say?
It read, "You're lovely every time. Thank you for the smiles. Leave the glitter to the blondes. You're a young flower amongst the sunset keen."
Wow. Cryptic and creepy.
Totally. She never saw him again after that, but she says she stopped lending pens out to anyone, and the whole thing still makes her sit and wonder.
I can imagine. That leaves a mark.
For sure. Okay, next one in this scene. Fedora Man.
Fedora Man. Got it.
This narrator worked at a truck stop fast food place. She was young, short, baby-faced, looked underage, and the staff was all women, mostly high schoolers. You're a busy highway.
Okay, setting the scene.
So, Fedora Man. He was maybe in his 40s, thin, always dressed in black, always wore a fedora, came in every single day.
Every day.
Every day. And right away, his behavior was off, commenting on the appearances of the underage coworkers, asking for phone numbers, even though they always said no.
Predictable predator behavior?
His focus landed on the narrator pretty quickly. She remembers him watching her serve every customer before him, his smile getting wider and wider. When he finally got to her, his first words were, delivered with this creepy smile, eerily nicer than all the other girls here.
Eerily nicer? What does that even mean? Creepy.
Right. Later, her manager tells her this guy, Fedora Man, had called the store specifically to praise the narrator and then asked for her phone number.
Of course he did.
The manager, trying to protect her, lied and said the narrator was underage. His response, chilling. He said, "I don't mind a little jailbait."
Okay, that's beyond disturbing. That statement alone shows a deeply predatory mindset. It's not just inappropriate, it's criminal thinking. And what happened with management after that? That's a huge red flag.
Well, the manager told him that was inappropriate, but he just laughed and hung up. He wasn't banned.
Not banned. After saying that, that's a massive failure by management. It just enables him.
Yeah. So he comes back the next day, asks for her specifically, demands her number again in person. She politely refuses. He keeps coming back every single day. After a few days of this, she's terrified, asks to just work in the back, prep area, anywhere to avoid him.
Understandable.
Then one morning, she's working an early shift, alone in the back, singing to herself, prepping food. She sees movement like a black mass out of the corner of her eye, then feels someone right behind her.
No.
She turns, yelps, "It's him, Fedora Man," laughing. Says he's hungry.
How did he even get back there?
No idea. She tells him off. This area is for workers only. Just then, the manager comes back, sees him, and yells, "She doesn't even like you."
That's the manager's response.
Yeah. And Fedora Man just gives this big toothy smile and walks back to the front like nothing happened. The narrator begged for him to be banned. Still wasn't.
Unbelievable.
She quit a week later, found out from old coworkers he still comes in daily, harassing the other young girls, and always asks when she's coming back.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
The system failed her completely.
Completely. Okay, next story, still on stalking. The tech store stalker.
Right.
Narrator here is a bit older, late 20s, tall, 6 foot, working part-time, mostly behind the scenes at a big corporate tech store, but sometimes helped out at the registers. Over about 2 months, this older guy, mid to late 60s, also very tall, like 6'5" to 6'7", becomes regular. One day he makes a joke about coffee. She playfully asks where hers is. He offers to get her one. She politely declines. Standard stuff.
Okay. Seems innocent enough at first.
But over the next few days, she starts noticing him more. They make small talk when she checks him out, but then he starts dropping these details, highly personal details about her life, things she never shared with him.
Like what?
Her route to work, the kind of car she drove, even the stickers on it, her college, her apartment complex, even down to the decorations on her front door.
Whoa. How would he know that? That's not small talk. That's surveillance.
Exactly. She kind of brushed it off initially, maybe thought it was weird coincidences, but then he starts asking for her phone number. She says no. He insists she take his number. She repeats, "Sorry, corporate policy."
Setting boundaries.
Tries to, but he starts catching her away from the registers, like when she goes to other departments. He physically blocks her path, keeps demanding her number, gets right into her personal space.
Okay, escalating.
And if he came in and she wasn't the one checking him out, he'd get angry and irate, cause scenes. Coworkers literally had to pull her away sometimes because he was getting too close and making such a fuss.
That's creating a hostile environment. Surely management noticed that.
She was freaked out, felt unsafe, so she went to her supervisors. Their reaction, they laughed, called her paranoid.
Oh, come on. Laughing it off. That dismissal is just devastating for someone experiencing this. It validates the stalker. in a way, and leaves the victim feeling completely alone and unprotected. It's another systemic failure.
It's awful. Her dad kept getting calls from her about these encounters, finally told her, talk to the police. So she did. And she said, telling the police officer, it finally hit her just how bad it was. She broke down crying, realizing this guy is stalking me, harassing me.
That moment of realization must have been overwhelming.
Police filed a report, told her she needed evidence, photos, info from supervisors for a trespass order. So the supervisors finally look into it. What they find is shocking.
What was it?
In just 30 days, she had processed over 17 transactions for this one guy. He was coming in 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes twice a day.
17 transactions. For what?
Just buying $10 gift cards. That's it.
$10 gift cards, multiple times a week.
Yep. And the police discovered he lived over an hour and a half away.
Driving 3 hours round trip for a $10 gift card, multiple times a week.
That's the level of dedication. Security footage showed he knew where the cameras were. He'd hunch over to hide his face, and he'd just wait in the store, sometimes 35, 45 minutes, just waiting for her to show up at a register.
That is methodical, obsessive stalking, chilling.
Because they didn't have a clear photo, they had to wait for her to physically point him out to management to issue a verbal trespass. So he harassed her several more times before they finally caught him and trespassed him.
What did he say to the police?
Denied everything, of course. Claimed she never told him no to a date, so it was her fault. Insisted he shouldn't be banned.
Blaming the victim.
Yeah.
Classic.
She saw him lurking around her apartment complex for a couple weeks after that. A few months later, she quit the job. Just didn't feel safe there anymore.
I don't blame her one bit.
Okay, next one is incredibly disturbing. Farmhouse Stalker J.
Farmhouse. Okay.
Narrator is 24, female, newly divorced, 2 little boys, moves into this family farmhouse, but it's really isolated. Middle of nowhere, Florida, she says. House needs a lot of work. Jay, the neighbor across the street, seems like a godsend at first. Super helpful, comes over almost every day to help with farm chores, fixing things. She thought for 9 months he was just this friendly, harmless, middle-aged guy.
Helpful neighbor trope.
Right. But the farmhouse has this U-shaped design. Her bedroom and bathroom windows face into this fenced courtyard area. Felt private, so she didn't put up curtains.
A false sense of security.
Big time. The first little crack. Her oldest son, just casually one day, says, "Hey, I see him in my window last night." Him, meaning Jay.
Whoa. Kid honesty.
She tried to rationalize it. Maybe he just saw Jay working outside in the morning, but then other weird things started happening. Her favorite candies would just appear in her fridge.
Okay, that's crossing a line. How'd they get in?
No idea. Then flowers started arriving. Every Friday. For months, she asked her ex, asked her current boyfriend, neither sent them.
Anonymous flowers every week.
Yeah.
Creepy.
And her mom swore she saw Jay take a picture of the narrator bending over her car one day using an old flip phone. But the narrator just couldn't believe Jay would do that, refused to see it.
Denial is powerful, but all these little things, the candy, the flowers, the possible picture, they aren't little when put together. It's that creeping dread where benign acts turn sinister. She hopes he's harmless, but the evidence stacks up.
It culminates one day. She's mowing the courtyard, gets close to her windows, and she sees them. Newly placed cinder blocks right outside her bedroom window. And another set outside her bathroom window.
Cinder blocks. Why?
To stand on, to look in. She said her heart literally sank. She knew immediately. She'd made a huge mistake not having curtains, not believing the signs.
Oh my God, he built viewing platform.
Exactly. She calls her friend Josh. He comes over right away, 3 p.m., installs a deer cam pointing right at her window.
Good friend.
That same evening, around 6, Jay sees her pull in. He comes over, and the first thing he says is he knows her mom's out of town. Then he says, "Didn't mean to scare you," and offers to call her later if she gets scared being alone.
The nerve. Offering to protect her from the threat he represents.
Unbelievable. Later that night, 9:02 p.m., she and her boys are asleep in her bed. Josh calls. "The camera got him. Someone's outside your window."
It worked. He was there.
Josh tells her he's on his way. She calmly picks up her sleeping boys, runs through the house, gets outside, and waits in Josh's truck until the police arrive. The camera kept taking pictures. 9:02, 9:22, 9:30 p.m. He was out there, standing on those blocks, watching her for at least half an hour.
Watching her and her children sleep. That is bone-chilling.
Police arrested Jay at 2 a.m. They check his phone. What they find is horrifying.
What was on it?
9 months worth of pictures of her mowing the lawn, playing with her kids, pictures taken through her bathroom window, pictures of her sleeping, the picture her mom saw him take, bending over the car. He had been watching her the entire time.
9 months. That is sustained, terrifying obsession.
And the outcome, Jay got 5 years probation, a restraining order. That's it. He still lives across the street.
Probation for 9 months of stalking, voyeurism, invasion of privacy. That feels incredibly insufficient.
It feels outrageous. He even harassed her further after the restraining order, telling her mother he found the family's dead dog and buried it, implying he killed it or knew where it was. Just pure psychological torment.
That's just cruel.
She said she couldn't sleep for weeks, moved away 3 months later, couldn't stay there.
Who could blame her? That's traumatizing.
Our final story in the stalking theme is called Tall Perv.
Okay, doesn't sound promising.
No. Narrator describes herself as extremely shy, prone to stuttering, mumbling apologies. Says the shyness seemed to attract the strangest people. She met this guy, Tall Perv, through her crush's friend group back in school. Describes him as very tall, obviously. Always wore a flash drive on a lanyard around his neck, and was very touchy-feely from the start.
Red flags already.
The first really bad encounter happened after lunch one day. He just walked up, picked her up by her breasts, lifting her off the ground.
What? Just picked her up like that?
Yep. She shrieked. He dropped her and said, casually, "It's okay because I'm cute. Don't worry. I didn't mean anything, but it could if you wanted it to."
That is assault, followed by the most narcissistic, creepy justification imaginable.
Absolutely disgusting. He also apparently bragged openly about the flash drive around his neck being full of inappropriate images and videos.
Lovely guy.
Months later, he escalates, puts his hand right on her bottom. This time, she reacted instinctively, grabbed her textbook, hit him with it as hard as she could, screamed at him. He fled.
Good for her. That progression, though, verbal, boundary pushing, then physical assault. It's a common scary pattern. Her reaction was completely justified self-defense.
Totally. He graduated eventually. She thought, okay, finally rid of him.
If only.
Years later, nightmare returns. He finds her on Facebook, starts liking like 90% of her terrible memes, then sends daily messages, begging to hang out. Come on, I miss you. Ugh, persistent.
Then, completely unsolicited nude pictures start arriving in her DMs.
Oh, God. Cyber flashing on top of everything else.
She's shocked, scared, blocks him immediately on Facebook, but it doesn't stop him. He somehow gets her private cell number 1 she says very few people from high school even had.
How? That's terrifying.
Starts texting, "Hey, it's me, Tall Perv," uses the name. "You want to hang out? Come on, I miss you." Then gets weirder. "Well, you can come bake and cook at my house. I know you like sweets. We can make a cake." Then reveals he knows her general location. "I know you live in general area. It's not that far."
He knows where she lives now. This is serious escalation.
He starts calling her, crying on the phone, begging her to come over, spamming his home address at her via text. She blocks number after number, but he keeps finding ways.
Relentless.
And very recently, a close friend posted a warning on Facebook about this same guy. Allegedly, Tall Perv lured another female friend to his house and tried to assault her. She managed to escape before he could grab her.
So he's still actively dangerous. Seems like it. The trauma is obviously ongoing for the narrator. She says the only way she ever wants to see him again is in a mugshot.
I hope she gets that peace.
Yeah.
And that he faces consequences.
Me too. Okay, last theme. The threat on the road. And one final story. Crawford Road chase.
Okay.
Narrator is 19 at the time. She and her boyfriend liked exploring, doing the whole midnight ghost hunting thing. Popular spots in their area of Virginia were Old House Woods, and especially Crawford Road.
Ah, the spooky road trip.
Yeah, Crawford Road is apparently this desolate, creepy 10-mile stretch. Dark history, rumors of hanging slaves, lots of ghost reports. So one night, they get a group of friends together for ghost hunting. Starts out fun, but one friend keeps saying he has a bad feeling, couldn't shake this bad feeling, insists they should skip Crawford Road tonight.
The gut feeling again.
But the boyfriend is really insistent, no, let's go, it'll be fine. Plan is to drive down Crawford Road, get out at this specific bridge around 1:30 a.m., take some pictures.
That persistent bad feeling from the friend. It's such a common element in stories that end badly. Ignoring intuition, especially when someone voices it repeatedly, because the group wants adventure. It's a risky gamble.
Definitely feels ominous reading it. So they turn onto Crawford Road. As they come around a corner near the bridge, they see headlights, car parked on the side of the road. As they get closer, the car's lights flick on.
Waiting for them.
Seems like it. As they pass it, the narrator catches a glimpse inside, sees the outline of 2 older men, both bald, says it sent chills down her spine. She immediately tells her boyfriend, "Keep driving, don't stop." He agrees.
Smart move. Trust that chill.
But just as the bridge is about to go out of view behind them, they look back. That car, it's slowly turning around. Then it flicks on its high beams and starts following them.
Oh no, here we go.
About 2 miles down this creepy road, the cars are right on their bumper. Right on our tail, she says. They speed up, hitting 65 in a 30-40 zone. Doesn't matter. The car stays glued to them, almost touching.
High-speed chase on a creepy road. Nightmare fuel.
Everyone in the car is now officially freaked out. The friend with the bad feeling, he's crying in the back seat. They blow through a stop sign at the end of Crawford Road onto a highway, hoping to lose them.
Did it work?
No. They try pulling into a 7-Eleven parking lot, thinking maybe the car will drive past on the highway. Nope. It follows them right into the parking lot.
They're committed. This isn't random.
Not at all. They peel out of the 7-Eleven, back onto the road, going even faster now, maybe 100 miles per hour. It's a 2-lane highway, no passing allowed. The other car pulls up right alongside them.
Alongside, on a 2-lane road.
Yeah. Narrator looks over and sees a flash of something metallic come up towards their window from the other car. She thinks, possibly a gun.
Oh my God.
In that split second, her boyfriend slams on the brakes, hard. The other car, caught by surprise, speeds past them.
Like thinking.
Brilliant move.
Yeah.
He immediately cranks the wheel, makes a sharp U-turn. They see the other car try to turn around too, way up the road. But by then, they're flying back the other direction. They lost them.
Wow. That was close. Incredibly close.
They finally pulled over at some random apartment complex much later, totally shaken, everyone crying. The friend who had the bad feeling is yelling, understandably, about how they need to be more careful, trust their instincts. Narrator says she never ignored his gut feeling again.
Learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah. And later that month, she found out that specific area, Crawford Road, was known for gang activity. She reflects on how stupid and stubborn she was back then, looking for ghosts, never imagining the real threat might be a murderer waiting on that dark road.
Sometimes the human monsters are far scarier than any ghost story.
Absolutely. You know, the thread connecting all these stories, disparate as they seem, is that sudden, terrifying intrusion of just human darkness into ordinary life.
Right. It's not supernatural. It's the chilling capability of other people often appearing out of nowhere.
Yeah. These deep dives really remind us that the most profound fear often comes from the unpredictable, sometimes malevolent actions of others.
And the violation of supposedly safe spaces, your car, your home, your workplace.
Exactly. So thinking about these accounts, what really stands out to you listening? Does hearing these make you maybe reconsider everyday situations? Or does it just hammer home how vital it is to trust your instincts?
That gut feeling seemed crucial in several stories.
It really did. These stories force that confrontation, don't they? That the scariest things aren't always imaginary monsters. Sometimes they're right there, in plain sight. And maybe our best defense really is just awareness, our intuition.
Vigilance and trusting that inner alarm.
Yeah. Well, if these true accounts gripped you, if you want more deep dives into these kinds of shadows, please do hit that like button. Share this with others who appreciate, well, a real scare.
And subscribe.
And definitely subscribe to the channel, Horror Docx, for more chilling narratives like these. We'll be back soon with our next deep dive into the unexpected.
Stay safe out there.